Hello and welcome to Olivia Rose Flowers. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple red rose buttonhole. This will be using a single red rose, a couple of ivy leaves and some gypsophilia. Okay, so with my rose you just want to cut her so she's about an inch from the base of the rose, and then with your wire you just need to insert that up the base of the rose like so. Okay, so you don't want to push the wire too hard so it comes through, but just so it goes into the base of the rose so it's secure. Okay, so once you've secured your main wire in your rose, you take your thinner wire and you secure that through the top there. Okay, so you've got the longer piece and the shorter piece, and then you fold that down like so. I wouldn't probably twirl it like I normally would, purely because this is a buttonhole and you want it to keep it neat and tidy and as straight as possible. So with your paraffin tape, you just then simply cover the wires like so, and as always you hold it and you twist and pull just to stretch the tape over the wires. Okay, so that's your rose secured and wired. Right, with these sepal leaves here, they can look a little bit wild and unruly, so what we need to do is secure them to the rose. This will also stop the rose from opening any further, but before we do that we need to take off some of these outer guard petals that are maybe not looking too good, and these are the petals, the outer guard petals, that protect the rose. So there's nothing wrong with them, and they're often off colour purely because they're there for protection. So to secure these sepals we need to make some little pins, and the way I do that is with a very slim rose wire. So you normally get about 5 pins per wire. So all you do is simply cut pins like so. They don't have to be exact, they really don't. Like that. And then with each one you simply bend it to make these little pins. I don't know if you can see that at all. So I'm just going to bend all 5 of them, because there's normally 5 sepal leaves on the rose, like so. Like that. As I always advise on my videos, if you do need to trim these, please do so on a paper towel, because these are very sharp, and any small pieces landing on the floor, if you have a pet or a child, these can be really painful when they get embedded in the bottom of your foot. Okay, so first one, you hold the sepal leaf and then you just simply insert the pin like so. So I'm just going to go around and do all of them, and then this just gives you a neater finish to the rose, like so. Okay, so now what we're going to do is wire our ivy leaves. So I've already done one for you, and what we're going to do is add a wire to the back of the leaf, and this is purely so you can bend your leaf like so, you can have it forward, and you can move them in any way you would like. And I will show you why we need to be able to bend these and have them in a secure position in a moment. So I have another one to do. So what I do is I just turn her over and I get one of my rose wires, one of these very thin rose wires, and then what you need to do is the stem of the ivy, you need to follow up the stem at the back of the ivy leaf, and you need to insert your wire one side. She says it's easier when I'm not trying to show you on camera, like that, and then you just bring it up the other side. So can you just see the very small incisions there? And then you need to slide your wire along, so you're about halfway, like so. And then once you do so, you just need to put your finger either side and your thumb, just securing it, but not too hard, as you bend your wire down. And you need to bend these down so you've got one wire either side of the stem. Okay, and then once you've done that, you then need to take one of the wires, sorry this is very fiddly, like that. So then you need to move your fingers to the base of the ivy leaf and just simply twist the wire around like so. Just like that. Okay, so when they're nice and straight, I'm just going to cut some of this stem off, but not leaving it too short so my wire falls off. And I'm going to get my paraffin tape and again just coat those wires just so they stick nicely together when I'm assembling my buttonhole. So they're my 2 ivy leaves, and I also want some gyplophila. So with this gyplophila, I'm just going to cut some dead flowers off, because quite often these come in such large sprays and new flowers are growing on them all the time. So sometimes you just want to tidy them up a little bit by cutting some of these original buds off. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, I will grab another rose wire. I will simply create a hook like that at the top, just bring it together like so, and then I will place this along the stem of my gyplophila and then twist like so, just enough to give you that security so you know it's not going to fall off. And then with that, again using my tape, I twist the stem and pull my wire downwards. This just takes a bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, you wonder how you could never do it before, but it does take some time, believe me. Okay, so once we have all 4 of our pieces wired and ready to go, I will now show you what to do. So first of all, with some wire cutters, I'm going to cut my buttonhole about there. Okay, so now I have all 4 pieces ready to go. I'm just going to give you one more tip, because it's something I used to do a lot at the beginning, and I tend to do it when I'm filming, and I don't know why, because I don't do it when I'm making my actual buttonholes. But if you do cut your wire too short, because remember you need to be able to position these at different parts of your buttonhole, regardless of what type of flower you're using. If you do cut it too short, then simply get another wire, create a hook, place it on the wire that you've already got attached to your ivy leaf or your floral, your flower, and you just simply twist several times, pull straight, just to give it that extra length. And then with your tape, you just simply, as always, twist and pull, coating that additional wire in tape, and this will just give you the extra length you need. Okay, so now we need to assemble the buttonhole together. So first of all, we get our rose, and what we need is the flattest side of the rose. So I'm going to go for this one here, and then I'm going to place my ivy leaf behind like so. So when she's sat against the suit jacket, this is what she'll look like. Okay, so that's going to be the first one. I'm just going to secure them with a little bit of tape, not going all the way down, but just enough to hold them together. And then with my second piece of ivy, I'm going to bring her at the front so they're facing each other, and then bend my wire back down like so. And again, I'm just going to secure this with a piece of tape. I like to secure them as I go, because otherwise they have a tendency to move Okay, so you can see she's going to be sat against the suit jacket with this ivy leaf bent down. And then with my gypsophilia, we're going to nestle her at the base of the rose. So again, because they're on wires, they're going to be back to each other, and then you can just bend them under at the base of the rose like so. Okay, so I'm just going to wire her now. And then because she's my last piece, I'm going to go all the way down like so, and just give her an extra layer just for security. And then I'm just going to simply cut to where we need to end the buttonhole. And there we have it, a beautiful buttonhole finished using a red rose, ivy and some gypsophilia. Okay, now that we've finished our buttonhole, the two most common pins that are used are these diamante ones or these pearl ones. So I think for the rose, because she's already quite pretty, I'm just going to simply secure her with a pearl like so. And that's how I would deliver them, all lined up in a box, and I normally tag them as well, just so everybody knows whose buttonhole is whose. Thank you for watching my video today. I hope it gave you some inspiration on how to create a buttonhole. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and leave me any comments that you would like. And please subscribe, it's free to do so, and it will just keep you up to date with all my new and up and coming videos. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye.